Right now, as cold temperatures continue, lawmakers are looking for ways to help the homeless.
Also, the Department of Health Services is encouraging pregnant Wisconsinites to get the RSV vaccine.
And it'll be a political showdown among GOP presidential hopefuls at the CNN debate in Iowa tonight. Our political reporter Will Keneally in Des Moines, just 5 days ahead of the Iowa caucuses. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. The city of Madison has extended an ongoing snow emergency. It is now a fact through the next several days. Good evening, and thanks for joining us.
While people across southern Wisconsin spent the day digging themselves out of the snow, News 3 Now has been tracking the next weather system that's heading our way.
Let's take a live look over Madison right now, where we've been experiencing a bit of a lull now between these weather systems ahead of an upcoming winter storm watch.
Light snow is possible tonight, and then alert day conditions begin on Friday.
Kind of a nonstop pattern here.
Yep.
Let's get a look at the first one forecast. Meteorologist Alex Harrington joins us out on the weather patio. Alex?
Yeah, Eric and Susan, yes, we do have another big, impactful weather system. We just had this big, impactful weather system the other day. We got a little bit of snow that's going to be coming on tonight. Let's use our handy-dandy monitor here to track that snow, and then this bigger snow that we're expecting. 1 to 3 inches of snow expected tonight, 6 to 10 inches with this next weather system. Could be more than 10 inches, but the big differentiating factor with this other weather system is the winds. 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts could occur. So alert day of conditions again as we head Friday morning all the way through your Saturday morning with significant blowing and drifting of snow. We could be looking at whiteout conditions across all of southern Wisconsin. Here are the winter storm watches that go into effect for Friday morning, lasting all the way through your Saturday morning. We'll be tracking the latest on that weather system. Again, Doppler track right now showing a couple of snow flurries across the area here in Dane County. I don't see any flurries out here right now, but there could be an isolated flurry or two. But what we're expecting a little bit later, look at the snow moving on in as we head towards 8, 9, 10 o'clock, widespread across all of southern Wisconsin. And this is just a little taste of what's to come. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll track the next winter storm.
Alex, thank you. And Madison city officials are reminding people that during this ongoing snow emergency, the rules for parking are different. During a snow emergency, everyone in Madison has to follow alternate side parking rules. That's even if you usually park in the snow emergency zone, which is exempt from the rules, except during snow emergencies. Here are the rules. Odd days, park on the odd numbered side of the street, and vice versa from 1 a.m. until 7 a.m. That means you should be on the even side this morning. Make sure you park on the odd side once we hit 1 o'clock tonight.
And some of the city of Madison's non-essential operations are back open, including trash and recycling collection. So if you didn't get your trash picked up yesterday because of the storm, the city is asking you to put your trash out today. They'll be emptying bins from Tuesday's routes today and tomorrow. So if your bin isn't empty tonight, just leave it out. Madison is also reopening its libraries, the clerk and treasurer's office, as well as Old Brick Park.
And make sure you have our First Warn weather app. Very helpful, folks. And with it, you'll have the latest radar, traffic conditions. You can also find up-to-date closings and delays on there as well. The app is free. It's in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather.
A new bill proposed by Wisconsin Republicans yesterday would introduce a pay for performance structure to homelessness programs in our state.
Our Maddie Heimsch is in Rock County investigating the possible effects of the bill.
With our first winter storm behind us and freezing temperatures ahead, homelessness is becoming more threatening to thousands of Wisconsin residents. I spoke with a few men who were unsheltered last night through the storm here in Beloit. One told me he's applied to several city and county assistance programs, but hasn't yet qualified for any temporary housing.
And all I found was a thin, wet sleeping bag. I mean, I didn't freeze to death, but it was pretty dang cold. And, you know, not very pleasant.
Assembly Bill 689 would introduce a metric to measure federal funding for organizations providing homeless services and establish a camping ban for those who refuse to seek shelter, providing camps patrolled by law enforcement instead. Proponents of the bill say it will result in more favorable outcomes, but detractors say it could criminalize homelessness. We'll have much more on this proposal on News 3 Now at 6. In Rock County, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
A 73-year-old woman is recovering after a car hit her while she was shoveling yesterday. Madison police say it happened on Seminole Highway just before 2:25 in the afternoon. The driver lost control of his car driving along a snow-covered curve. Police say he noticed the woman, tried honking his horn to get her to move, but ultimately hit her. The woman is expected to survive.
As of today, more than 1,400 people in Wisconsin have been hospitalized with RSV this season. And of those, 580 are under the age of 2.
And those numbers are the reason behind the Department of Health's continued effort to try to get people vaccinated. Our Catherine Merck spoke with state health officials about the shot. Catherine?
With widespread RSV cases on the rise across Wisconsin, the Department of Health Services is encouraging pregnant Wisconsinites to get the RSV vaccine. Information from the DHS states that the RSV vaccine can be given to people between 32 and 36 weeks pregnant, which can help protect newborns until they're 6 months old. The vaccine was approved for use in 2023 and is safe and effective, but there's been a slow uptick in people getting the vaccine. That's something the department wants to change based on successful research.
We really want individuals who are pregnant to talk with their healthcare providers and make sure that they are up to date and have received all of these vaccines that can help protect them as well as their newborn.
On a press call this afternoon, officials with the department said this is the second year that COVID, RSV, and the flu are all circulating at all levels. That makes getting the RSV vaccine even more important to protect people from serious illnesses.
Catherine, thank you. At the Capitol Day, a human trafficking task force created by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos introduced a slate of bills that would increase awareness of the issue. An organization that works to eradicate human trafficking called Shared Hope International gave Wisconsin laws an F grade in 2023. The task force of 13 lawmakers created in August introduced 11 bills this morning that would impose tougher punishments for soliciting prostitutes and make it easier for victims to sue traffickers. It would also establish a statewide human trafficking council, funding for nonprofit victim support organizations.
Not only that there are going to be penalties you have to deal with, but here is the component. We want to really help you get your thinking straight so you're not taking advantage of other people.
The National Human Trafficking Hotline has identified just under 800 cases in Wisconsin since the hotline began in 2007, involving over 1,500 victims.
New information tonight at 5. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is suspending his campaign for the 2024 presidential nomination. A source familiar with his plans announced the formal announcement is expected to happen tonight during an event in New Hampshire. It will mark the exit of the most outspoken critic of former President Donald Trump in the GOP primary. Christie's decision comes on the heels of a new batch of disappointing poll numbers, especially in New Hampshire. It is the final Republican primary debate before the Iowa caucuses tonight. It will be a showdown between former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Former President Trump will not be there, but our Will Keneally will be. And Will, how's it going down there in Des Moines?
Well, Susan and Eric, it's almost like I didn't leave Madison. It's cold and snowy here in Iowa. I mean, that's January for you. But we're expecting perhaps a fiery debate at the debate site here behind me at Drake University in Des Moines. As you mentioned before, we're only seeing a very small field on the stage today. Just Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley were two of the candidates that qualified. Donald Trump qualified as well, but he's skipping the CNN debate for a town hall on Fox News airing at the same time. Yeah, so this is coming amid a narrowing of the Republican field, as mentioned before. Chris Christie announcing just within the last hour here that he is, in fact, dropping out at an event in New Hampshire. We actually were able to hear a little bit of his speech at the debate site behind us here, reminiscent of 2016 Scott Walker dropping out a little bit. He invoked the old Ben Franklin quote, "It's a democracy if you can keep it." Also, just this is as candidates are traipsing across Iowa campaigning in the final stretch here before the Iowa caucuses. Our photojournalist Lance and I, we ran into the Vivek Ramaswamy bus on our drive into Des Moines here earlier today. Asa Hutchinson had an event in Dubuque as well. So we won't see them on the debate stage tonight, but we will hear from some of the top 2-3 candidates here at the debate tonight. And stay with us throughout the night as we provide full coverage. We'll hear tonight at 6 from a local Republican political expert on what Midwestern voters are expecting to hear from these candidates later tonight. And of course, stay with us next week as we provide live coverage from the Iowa caucus. But for now, reporting from Des Moines, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, Will, thank you. Today's Secretary of State Antony Blinken is on his 4th trip to the Middle East since the war in Gaza erupted back in October. At the top of his agenda is establishing a plan for civilian life after the conflict. Earlier today, the Palestinian Authority president told Blinken his government would reject any attempt by Israel to relocate Palestinians from Gaza. Yesterday, Secretary Blinken said he'd received renewed assurances from Israel's prime minister that Israel will not forcibly remove Palestinian civilians from Gaza. However, many in the international community are not confident in the statement.
This is only words for the moment. This doesn't change the facts on the ground, namely that Gaza has become unlivable as a direct result of Israel's actions. As we all know, the destruction of civilian infrastructure, destructions of homes, health facilities, the lack of access to humanitarian aid.
Over 23,000 Palestinians have been killed since October 7th, according to Gaza's health ministry.
House Republicans held the first impeachment hearing for Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. They're accusing him of opening the border and making the country less safe. Skylar Henry has details from Capitol Hill.
House Republicans left little doubt about what they plan to do with Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
We're going to impeach him. He's going to be impeached, and he should be.
Democrats say Republicans are using the impeachment hearing to attack the Biden administration's border policies, which Mayorkas is in charge of.
You cannot impeach a cabinet secretary because you don't like a president's policies. That's not what impeachment's for.
Republicans say Mayorkas has neglected his duties.
Secretary Mayorkas has brazenly refused to enforce the laws passed by Congress and enacted policies that knowingly make our country less safe.
In the history of the country, only one secretary has ever been impeached, and a constitutional expert testified that the high crimes and misdemeanors bar needed to impeach Secretary Mayorkas has not been met.
Following the policy directives of one's elected superior in pursuit of that superior's policy aims is simply not an impeachable abuse of power.
Even if the House does impeach Mayorkas, Democrats in the Senate are unlikely to convict him.
Impeaching Secretary Mayorkas solves nothing at the border. In fact, it detracts from a bipartisan effort to reach solutions to the security problem at the border.
Mayorkas is leading Biden administration negotiations with Senate Republicans to find a way to strengthen the border in exchange for support for the wars in Ukraine and Israel. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And senators say there are still significant differences on the border bill. They expect negotiations to continue beyond this week.
After the break, a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington, who is tracking another possible winter storm.
And if you're using salt on your sidewalks, the DNR is issuing a new warning. What you need to know coming up next at 5.
And checking the midweek markets, all in positive terrain as the Dow Jones jumps more than 170.5 points. The NASDAQ adds 112, the S&P 500 up 27 at the closing bell, and we'll be right back.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you equipped with quality tools and project supplies because we get you. Whether you're a hardworking pro or an ambitious DIYer, we get you what you need to get the job done. Right now, save on 80-piece Milwaukee bit sets, $24.99. This Craftsman propane heater, only $89.99. Plus, trade in any used power or hand tool for exclusive trade-in savings on select DeWalt tools and accessories. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A concert experience you won't want to miss. It's the Commodores. Performing live Saturday, February 17th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. 70 million albums sold, 7 #1 hits. The Grammy Award-winning Commodores. February 17th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
This is Matt Gunderson. It still hits me every time TAPS is played. We're honored to serve those who served. An eligible Veterans Life Celebration includes honors recognizing their dedication and selfless service, including uniform and medal displays.
Hefty, hefty, hefty! Whoa. How do they get these things to smell so good? Hefty, hefty! Hefty, hefty, hefty! Must be magic. Hefty Ultra Strong with Fabuloso scent.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on classes and events.
All eyes are on the coming winter storm on Friday, how the homeless population is handling the wind and cold temperatures coming.
Then Wisconsin battles a surge in RSV cases. Find out why DHS is encouraging pregnant women to get the vaccine tonight at 6.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The Wisconsin DNR is asking people to reduce how much salt they use this winter. While salt helps keep our roads and sidewalks clear, using too much can get into the lakes and groundwater. According to Wisconsin SaltWise, 1 teaspoon of salt is all it takes to make 5 gallons of water toxic for freshwater organisms. To reduce salt use, try scattering it. A 12-ounce coffee mug of salt is enough to treat a 20-foot wide driveway or 10 sidewalk squares. Also switch to sand if you can when temps drop below 15 degrees.
Let's get a latest look now at another winter storm heading our way this week. Alex Harrington is out on the patio. Hi, Alex.
Hey there, Susan. Hey there, Eric. Got the yardstick. We had plenty of use out of it yesterday. Officially 8.5 inches of snow as it kind of falls down here off of the studio ceiling. And we're going to be needing that yardstick a little bit more here, folks. We can use our handy dandy graphics here. Look at this. Monitor comes right up out of the ground here, so I can be out in the elements and also reporting the weather. We're going to add more to it tonight as well. 1 to 3 inches of snow expected. A significant winter storm is on the way that Susan and Eric were saying earlier in the show, and just right now we're expecting significant drifting possible with this weather system. It's the wind that's going to be the really differentiating factor from yesterday's storm to this upcoming storm, and still tracking those bitterly cold temperatures there, folks. All right, alert day conditions here for Friday morning, going clear through your Saturday morning. 6 to 10 inches, significant blowing and drifting, as I just mentioned. Whiteout conditions are also a possibility with wind gusts of upwards of 50 miles per hour. All the blue that you see here on the map, well, that's all winter storm watches. And in fact, from your Friday morning going on through your Saturday morning, so it's a long duration event. But we got to get through a little weather system here first. Little clipper-like system is going to move on into the area as we zoom on in here to Dane County. Maybe a flurry or two, but I don't see anything out here at least yet on the patio. But that's going to change pretty rapidly over this evening. 6-hour future track radar. Look at that snow quickly developing and overspreading southern Wisconsin. Let's say our friends from the Dells, I-90, I-94. By the time we get to the midnight hour, that's where all that snow is going to be lining up, and then it again could accumulate up to 1 to 3 inches overnight. Let's plan that night going on into your Thursday. The snow activity right around 12 o'clock. It should end by the time we get towards the rush hour on your Thursday. Been a pretty comfortable day. 28 degrees for your high temperature. Well, let's track these weather systems here with Future Track. Here we go. That snow quickly moving over the area. I said midnight, then the wee hours of your Thursday morning, looking like that snow will be coming down at a decent clip. Again, 1 to 3, maybe isolated 4-inch amount. And here comes the impactful weather system. By the time we get to the wee hours of your Friday morning over southwestern Wisconsin, quickly overspreading the area as we go on through your Friday afternoon. This looks almost like a carbon copy, doesn't it, of the storm that we just had on Tuesday. All that blue could be heavy at times, lasting on into your Friday evening. But the big difference with this weather system with impacts, the wind. and that wind will carry on as that weather system even exits by the time we get into Saturday. Here's what we're thinking right now, 6 to 10 inches across all of southern Wisconsin, although there could be some isolated areas of 10 inches or more, let's say along U.S. Highway 151 and points off towards the south and east and to the north and east up towards east central Wisconsin. Breaking down the impacts, again, the snow lasting through your Saturday morning. 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, again, lasting into your Saturday morning as well. Bad driving is expected to continue well into your Saturday. And then we'll also have falling temperatures with this weather system. Then more alert day conditions. It's really one alert day condition period, so to speak, and that's Sunday morning clear through next Saturday morning as wind chills could get as cold as 25 below zero. We see that in the 7 to 10 day forecast. When you see all these alert days, we don't mean to do alert day fatigue, but again, dangerously cold weather expected all of next week after these impactful weather systems. Thank you so much, folks, for all the viewer photos that we've been getting. We got over 100 yesterday. Just go to channel3000.com/weather or the First Warn Weather app, and we'll have the possibility of getting some of those photos on air. Let's take a look at our traffic out there if we have that opportunity. Things going at an okay clip, 50 miles per hour, a little bit slower eastbound on 12. We'll swing on down to the south here over portions of Janesville, going pretty good. Upper 60s right around 70 miles per hour. That's what you would expect at this time of the day. And our friends up to the north, about 70 miles per hour, so that's not too bad. So all in all, not too bad traffic-wise, but we're going to be adding that snow coming in here over the next couple hours, so travel conditions will deteriorate over the evening.
All right, Alex, thank you. After the break, Boeing's CEO is speaking out for the first time since a door panel on an Alaska Airlines flight flew off mid-flight. We'll have that and more coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Save big money on your next flooring update at Menards. Enhance the beauty of your home with Mohawk laminate flooring. It's durable and easy to install, making it the perfect choice for active lifestyles. Splash Armor water-resistant laminate flooring is $189 per square foot. Add comfort to your living space with new carpet from Marquee Industries. Attached pad backing makes for an easy, do-it-yourself project. Stargazer carpet is just $149 per square foot.
Save big money at Menards.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shin Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Boeing's CEO is talking for the first time about that terrifying incident where a door panel flew off an Alaska Airlines jet full of passengers last week. Investigators are now honing in on the 4 bolts designed to hold that door in place, bolts that so far they cannot find. United and Alaska have both identified other planes where those same bolts were loose. CEO Bill Calhoun says he wants to make sure this never happens again.
We're going to approach this, number one, acknowledging our mistake. We are going to approach it with 100% and complete transparency every step of the way.
Well, with all Boeing 737 MAX 9s in the U.S. grounded now, airlines are still awaiting guidance about new inspections.
Today, the Screen Actors Guild Awards announced this year's nominations honoring the best performances in movies and television. And once again, Barbie and Oppenheimer are going up against each other. They're nominated for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture, along with American Fiction, The Color Purple, and The Killers of the Flower Moon. Issa Rae, who starred in both Barbie and American Fiction, was giddy as she announced the nominees on Instagram Live, along with actor Kumail Nanjiani.
Congratulations to my peers. This is phenomenal. Congratulations to the fellow nominees. Kumail, we did it.
Hey,
man.
Congratulations to you.
Thank
you got nominated twice.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
The SAG Awards take place February 24th and will be streamed live on Netflix. The ceremony comes after a year of contention between Hollywood studios and actors who are part of the SAG-AFTRA union, which combines the Screen Actors Guild and the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. We'll get a final check on your forecast when we come back.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, our reporting from Iowa, where we hear directly from voters just 5 days away from the Iowa caucuses, why some say their presidential pick is still undecided. We've got those headlines and much more ahead on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we have information on how you can help the family who lost 2 young boys tragically after falling through the ice last week. We'll have that and more ahead in the 6 o'clock hour. Get ready for Thin Mints and Samoas. Girl Scout cookie season is here.
And this is the year to settle back into tried and true favorites. There are no new cookies this year. In fact, the Girl Scouts are taking last year's cookie, the Raspberry Rally, away.
The price of a box is going up a little bit from $5 to $6. Online orders will start shipping next month. But if you know a Girl Scout, you might be able to get yours a little sooner.
Well, let's go to Alex. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah,
lots going on.
Lots going on. The train of weather systems continue. We've got one tonight. Here we go. 6-hour future track radar showing there's that snow moving in 8, 9 o'clock, lasting through the overnight period. Could be looking at widespread 1 to 3 inch amounts, maybe an isolated 4-inch amount across the area. That will be potentially impactful for that morning commute. Then I would suggest if you need to get provisions, do it tomorrow afternoon because we've got a big winter storm on the way for all of southern Wisconsin, looking at 6 to 10 plus inches. This storm's going to be different than the last storm. We had gusty winds yesterday, but this storm may be bringing whiteout conditions with wind gusts of upwards of 50 miles per hour. Again, right now targeting, let's say, U.S. Highway 151, Mineral Point, Madison, and points to the south and the east for those heaviest amounts. But that can move a little bit. But again, the big factor with this is the wind. It's really going to blow that snow around, especially if it's that drier snow. The wet snow that we had yesterday blows around, but not like this drier snow that we're anticipating for Friday. It lasts clear into Saturday.
And now we've got the snow on the ground.
Yeah.
It's just turning it into a big cooler out there.
Yes, it is.
Stay cool. We're back with more updates in 30 minutes on News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.